Hi guys, welcome to another movie crew review. Today we'll be reviewing The Last Showgirl.
The movie stars Pamela Anderson, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Brenda Song.
So we follow Shelly, a Las Vegas showgirl who is completing her 30th year at the Razzle Dazzle, a last of its kind show on the Vegas Strip. As we follow them through the last 2 weeks of the closing, we see the decisions that she's made in her life and how she's coming to terms with them, as what she's known for the majority of her performing career is coming to an end. So we're going to get to the review, and Cameron's going to start us off today.
Yep, so The Last Showgirl, it starts off in this sort of, I think for the first third of the movie, the camera work was appalling. I hated it. It was constant shaky cam, out of focus, this grainy look. I mean, if they're going to depict certain scenes in a movie, I think that's the way to go about it with these types of shots. But for the whole first third of the movie was just a rotation of those three shots, and it was just jarring me. But the story itself, I kind of liked. I mean, it showed that transition era that the Las Vegas Strip went through, and I think that was nice to watch. And for me, I've never seen Pamela Anderson act. I've obviously known her name, floats around now and again, but I think she did a good job. I think the character was probably good for her because she could maybe relate to the transition that she probably went through with her acting career. But her performance for me really was good, and I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, Dave Bautista in this movie, I like him with hair. I think that was a good hairstyle for him, and his acting was good too. And yeah, I mean, it was a okay movie. I didn't get too much out of it because I couldn't really relate to the story. But I mean, yeah, it was okay for me. John?
Yeah, I mean, I come out probably mid-level with this film. The good parts probably and the bad parts equal each other out. So the film's really mainly about characters and the development of their choices in life, and you get to see that through the people that Shelly, Pamela Anderson's character, surrounds them with. So what I took away was she's made decisions, and it's another one of these films where the real life consequences come in. So it's what would happen, which is nice. You get to see her relationship with her daughter, and she's chosen a career that at the end of the day hasn't panned out as a way to make her a star, I guess, because you can see throughout the film she's really clung to that I want to be famous kind of showgirl-esque. She's always talking about the heydays where she used to get flown around the world, and she was like wearing clothes out of Vogue kind of look. So you see the actual consequences of her actions at the end of that. So for that, I found it enjoyable. Brenda Song was that kind of showgirl that she can't really find work because she doesn't have the right body type, or she's a bit older kind of thing. So you see her, and she's probably the more realist of the film. She keeps it grounded, I would say. So does Jamie Lee Curtis's character. I actually found her probably really the most interesting, because you see after Shelly leaves, it's kind of what trajectory Shelly would be on. Cocktail waitress, the years have gone by. It's just, there's no way out. You're pretty much stuck in the rut of working and living till the end. So I think the writing was interesting, but yeah, the camera work for me was the bit that let it down. It's a lot of handheld camera. It's not so much shaky cam as it is just, it's a handheld style. So everything's a bit jarring, especially when you're walking through the halls when they're doing their costume changes, and it's like the guy's like bouncing up and down, up and down. And it's like, jeez, it just really takes you out. But yeah, I think that Dave Bautista was a good character in this film. His relationship with Shelly and what you find out between them in the latter part of the film, and when you see everything unfold, I think is quite interesting, quite unique. And yeah, the Kieran Shipka character kind of latches onto Shelly, thinking of her as a mother figure. So I found it interesting to see how Shelly is so reliant on these people, but at the same time, it's her. It's all about her. It's nobody else matters. She shows up to her house in tears because her family's disowned her and she can't go back. And she's like, I'm busy. That's it. But then when it's time to get changed and she needs help, it's like, oh, come on, help me, help me, help me. So I found it interesting, but yeah, it left a little to the imagination. So I would have preferred some different camera styles and, you know, a little more depth. Moon?
So among us all three, like I hate shaky cam the most, so it was very hard to like get into the movie. In the beginning, I was like, I can't do this. I'll probably have to leave early because I was already having a migraine. So, but as soon the daughter character entered the movie, I was getting into it. I think she brought a lot of humanity and the way like things turned out to be. I enjoyed this movie, surprisingly. Pamela Anderson, never seen her before, and I think she was fantastic. And so was Jamie Lee Curtis. I couldn't recognize her. She looked very different. Like Pamela Anderson, like, plays Shelly. She was such a flawed character, and she was so delusional throughout her whole life. And she thought she's doing she's making the right choices, but everyone sort of told her but didn't actually tell her until the audition that you're not actually very good at your job, what you're doing, and you'll be doing from last I don't know how many years. And that sort of breaks her completely. And the show, the Razzle Dazzle, is also shutting down. So her life is completely destroyed. And I don't know about the last 5 minutes of the movie seemed, I don't know, was it real or not? They seemed more fantastical. I'm not sure. Like, I didn't get the choice there. But yeah, if the camera work was a bit better, I would have enjoyed the movie more.
Yeah, just to go on your Pamela Anderson character's delusion, I think they did that really well. Because at the start, she's describing the show, the Razzle Dazzle, as this refined, beautiful, non-sexual piece of dance that she's done her whole career. But then as the movie goes on, other people are describing the same show to you as in this opposite ways. It's not as glitz and glam as she's making it out to be, and it's not as refined as maybe she's alluding to, or because that's the way she sees it. I think the way they described it at the end was really well done.
But yeah, I like Jason Schwartzman's, the director, role, because everybody up until that point kind of babied her along, if that made sense. So having somebody that's not connected to her and just pretty much telling her, look, at one point you were hot and that's why you were picked, but you're not really talented, so you're not going to really get far at the moment, was, I guess, a wake-up call to her. And yeah, I reckon it was a bit of her delusion at the end of the film with the whole
I don't know,
performance scene, because it was, she like this daughter disappeared when they're all walking through, and then they did the morphing with Dave Bautista and the daughter.
Yeah, I think maybe, and before that point, I think she was calling her daughter and saying something like goodbye. So
Yeah.
I thought she's gonna, kill herself or something. So I don't know, maybe that has happened. I don't know. So
Yeah, I suppose they left the ending
a bit
open-ended,
open-ended. Yeah.
so we can all have our different.
Because like
opinions.
you get a hint in the show, like she's at the back kind of thing, because she's
Yeah,
coming on
yeah.
right at the end. But then like when we're seeing the performance, that last performance, she's like the star, and
Yeah.
so that's where it kind of makes me feel like it's in her head and not really part of the, realistic. That's where we kind of break off, which I didn't mind. I thought it was something big.
Yeah, that probably showed us her view of the show,
yeah,
probably,
rather than the actual show that
was
she
good
was
to
part
see,
of.
to be honest.
Yeah, I did quite like that creative choice this movie took. Like, it wasn't so straightforward. Like, I did enjoy the story that they told, because it wasn't, I didn't expect the twists and turns maybe they took in this movie, and it was very grounded and very hard-hitting. Like, there was no real happiness in the movie.
Nothing good to come out of it, if that makes sense. Even the daughter, like, when she meets her at the start, we don't know what relationship they've had.
Yeah, it
but
was so awkward.
She says straight away, she's like, oh, Shelly. She never calls her mum. So it's the perfect, exactly from the way they're interacting, like the way they hug and that, what kind of relationship they've had, when she's growing up. And they get into it a bit in the film, but I really think that the actions speak louder than words. in
Yeah,
that respect.
they didn't really baby us as an
Yeah, and we
audience.
never see the daughter. She's always like walking down on some road. Like we never seen her, I don't know, somewhere sitting in the house. We don't even know like she lives in the house or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be right, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright guys, gonna give our score.
Yep.
Moon, how many Showgirls out of 10?
I give it 7 showgirls out of 10.
John?
Yeah, I'll give it 7 Showgirls out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it 6 Showgirls out of 10. Alright guys, make sure to like, subscribe, share the video. Catch you in the next one. Ciao.